your inspiration, your warnings, your guardian angel speaking to you is very soft, very subtle. Our topic for today is do not ignore small inspirations. So come here, you're welcome, and with an intention. So good morning. You are a beautiful creation of what you believe created you. You are the creation of what happened the day you were born. You are amazing, beautiful, and spectacular, and nobody can tell you not. You're not. It's up to you how you feel that. I am amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. A few years ago, while in prayer, these words just came, and I kept it, and I've used it. So, what is it? It's an inspiration to say, I have friends like I know Candice, I know you, I know all of these people on Instagram, and a lot of you on Facebook. And my word to you is that you are amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. Can you imagine? Every morning somebody tells that to you. Guess what? You can be the first person to tell that to you. So today we are going to lean into a simple truth. Sometimes it is the small nagging thought that brings your desire to life. It's that little thing. I can do this. I can do embroidery like Candice. I can choose to show it how I desire. I can do the editing like you. I can do the amazing baking like Loretta. I can, of course, and there goes Juliana and the bread I have to steal with to try. And all of you have something amazing. And Colin doing all what she's doing. And Dawn being a register freak of cleaning and tidying everywhere she goes. So we all have our little thing. But the inspiration lies within it. It's because you have that talent that when you're in the pot, and there's my friend Finger there, I forgot her real name. She does all these amazing things about with makeup and clothes. And that the inspiration comes. Hey, today just do something simple. Today do something lavish. And sometimes we don't pay attention to it. So we need to always be in the moment to catch it. And that is where a deep breath comes in. I honor small sparks. I give them room to grow. We honor the small things that comes to our mind, and we allow them to take root and to grow. From the acorn, you get the mighty oak. Without the acorn, that mighty oak tree that you look up to and say, wow, I wonder how old and how tall that oak tree is. It was a little seed, this big, the acorn. So, breathe in and inhale and hold for 2 and release for 6. I changed it up. What are you going to breathe in? I'm going to breathe in to honor these tiny inspirations that show up. I'm going to release the thought that is just me and it means nothing. You do this over and over. Good morning, Jean. Oh, sorry. You do this over and over. And it is so important to do it over and over. So, the inspirations, I keep saying that, and you have heard that topic before, but I bring it in different ways because I get a challenge when you ask me, how do I know it's not me creating this inspiration? How do I know that? Well, sometimes it's the words. Sometimes it's the grammar. Sometimes the grammar is not impeccable. Sometimes the is becoming a was, or the leaf is becoming leafy. So sometimes it's not just perfect. The inspiration is a fleeting moment. The whisper versus the shout. We all know if we get a quiet whispering voice, we might pay attention. The shouting voice throws us off kilter. We can trip because of a shouting voice. So sometimes we wait for big signs, but life sends whispers, that feeling. I had a 30-minute conversation with a lady that is younger than me, in her 70s, but younger, yesterday. And what she was talking about was rather personal, but the question I asked her, I said, there had to be a time when you were embarking on that journey that there was a whisper. I said, there was something that nagged. There had to be a time that you knew by going on this journey or getting involved in this situation was not always right. There had to be a time. It's not heavy, guys. Do not expect fire and brimstone because you are going to do something and they're telling you be careful. Your inspiration, your warnings, your guardian angel speaking to you is very soft, very subtle. It's not demanding because you have free will. What shouts at you and demand you do this has not recognized you have the freedom to choose. But your guardian angel and the Lord and God of inspirations, the universe of inspiration, speaks softly. Just a whisper, just a feeling. Just you have met this person. And the first thing, I remember meeting a woman. And the first impression was really, I just didn't get it. Didn't like the feeling. But what happened, she cultivated a relationship with me. She came after me. Not in a bad way. But I forgot that initial inspiration, that initial tingling, that initial thing. And I allow myself to get involved and I live to regret it. So that's what I asked that lady while she's barely able to breathe. And I said, there had to be a time that when you were embarking on this thing, that there was a tinkling. She didn't answer because I think she did get it, that it did happen, and she knew that. And when I said that, I triggered it. She didn't say anything. She paused. So ignore them and they fade. Honor them and they grow. I know what I'm saying is very difficult, challenging. I am a victim of not getting up, going to get the notebook and write it down. I did that last week. And no matter how much I pulled back and I went back to remember what that inspiration, all I can remember about it was this. It was phenomenal. But because I was sitting and I didn't have my notebook with me where I normally write them down, certainly not in the morning. I do not have my phone close to me at all. I thought I would remember. I also even remember walking into the bathroom later and remembering it, but yet I still did not pay heed. So many times when I come to talk to you, most times, 90% of the time, is from my own experiences as I'm traveling through this journey called life. The other 10% comes from you. You, my viewers and subscribers and friends and family, that comes and tells me what's going on. And I file it. And then it shows up. So ignore them and they fade. Honor them and they grow. I am a victim of ignoring it and it faded. A small idea, write this down. Here, it can become a book. A small urge, make that call, can shift your career. You can change it. You have this nagging feeling somewhere along the line, I should call this professor. I want to teach Japanese to my people in Malaysia. Fine. Call the professor. How are you doing, dear professor? Find out. Dig the professor's past and see where they are so you can pull a link to have the conversation. Ignoring the small is rejecting the beginning of the big. We know that though. If we ignore our children when they're tiny, then there is no big children coming along, is there? What about that? So let us look at it through the 5 pillars of prosperity in action. Emotional prosperity, honoring the emotional nudges, like I knew it and I allow it to slip through my fingers. Feelings are often the first messengers of inspiration. I just told you. My feeling was not positive with this relationship. but I allow it to develop, accepted it, forgetting the feelings. Feelings are often the first messengers of an inspiration. It is. I just feel so good about this, Tessa-Marie. I get that from you. I just felt so good when I did that. It is. That's the inspiration speaking. Small inspirations might come as a restlessness. You're just restless. You have no idea why. Curiosity or a gentle excitement. You think of something hits you and you go, wow, that feels good. Practice. 30-second pause when a thought repeats. Ask, is this inspiration or distraction? Do that. When that thought came to me, you are amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. I taught it to my granddaughter because she was around me all that time. So when I say, hello, how are you? I am amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. She's been doing that since she was 3.5. So it's your feeling. Keep a feeling log. Don't judge, just capture. Don't judge, don't make a sentence of it. Just write what you feel. Do not judge it. It's not our responsibility to judge anything. So emotional comes up, just write it down. That's how you feel. Physical prosperity, act in the small. Inspiration without embodiment dies. You have an inspiration and you're not using it, it will die. If the thought is drink more water, then take a sip immediately. If it is saying, you know what, you haven't done that golden triangle tea for a while, do it now, then do it now. Stop and do it now. You might go to get the golden triangle and you realize, oh, I need cinnamon, or there's something other spice for the dinner you're going to cook that you need. It might just be a message to keep you on the right track. If the thought says, stretch, roll your shoulders, why not just do it? And it will relax you. So micro actions. Do something small within 60 seconds of the inspiration. Challenging. That's a difficult practice to embody. It's challenging for you to sit there and say, I am going to just, every time I get an inspiration, I'm going to do something with it. You will forget. But the 1% time that you remember is better than no percent time. Small ideas vanish if not captures. All our ideas, all our inspirations come to us and they're tiny. They're but an end of a thread. And if you pull and you tug on the end of the thread, you will unravel a lot more. You'll find what you're looking for. Practice. Carry a notebook or use your phone's notes app. Whichever one works for you. I love writing, so I will write with a notebook. Rule number 1. Every small idea gets written down. That's your rule. My number 1 rule. I should do that. I know that. But again, I slipped. And maybe 2 weeks ago when I slipped, it was so I could have this to tell you. This has not been the first time. But this is the last time that it happened, and this is why I'm able to tell you about it now. Once a week, review your list. Circle what still tugs at your mind. So you have a list of all these little ideas. Just circle it. It is tugging at your mind. It's still repeating itself. You look at it and you say, oh yeah, I should highlight it. That tug is inspiration. It is not noise. It is not loud. It's not noise. Spiritual prosperity, universe, gods, they have a gentle whisper. Always gentle. Scripture and spiritual rarely shout. They whisper. Spiritual and the spirit rarely shouts. They only whisper. Elijah heard God not in the wind or fire, but in a gentle whisper. That's what he said. Your inner nudges may be the spirit guiding you. There's a part of scripture where it says, is when I am asleep that you whisper my instruction in my ear. It's in there. So we have these things if we go seeking. Practice stillness. 2 minutes. When a small thought arises in stillness, write it down and trust it. You know that time I ask that when you are done with a task, Yuko does it, I do it, my sister does it, a few of you have been practicing it. When you are finished doing something, sit with a cup of tea, no device or water, and just give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of stillness and silence. That is fidgeting. That is difficult. That is, especially if you are the person that cannot sit and have to rush to get everything done before the sun sets. It's challenging. But you will notice every time you do it, the next task becomes effortless, easy to do. So the tiny shifts that you can use, right? For example, there's shifts we can use in financial prosperity. There may be money breakthroughs really start with $1 million idea. It really does. They start with nudges. Example, you haven't put a penny in that savings account. Make a transfer. Look at your bank account every day. The lady who helps me keep my home tidy was here yesterday. And she said something to me. She said, she'll be coming forever. A long time ago, you said to me, it's not the big deposit that matters. And you said, it's like the big shower of rain that comes, it just wipes everything out. But what the farmer wants is the consistent rain. So make sure you do it consistently. And then she said, you need to say thank you to your money. You need to look at the money you have with pleasure. Enjoy it. And she said, I practiced that from the day we were talking and you told me that. And she said, I just told that to my niece. She said, I got it from you and I taught that to my niece. So she knows I am coming here today. And she asked me to ask you this question. And I said, what is that? She said, somebody who is ahead of them financially has overextended themselves and has asked this young couple that are saving to buy a home to loan them money from the savings that they have for their home. So I said, but she started this so small, it was so tiny. That's exactly what she said. She said, I was just enjoying seeing how my journey has been going. And now this family member is making me feel so sad. So she wants me to tell her what to do. So I said, my answers are often harsh. They're not, when it comes to money and friendship and family, my answers are harsh. I said to her, my mother said to me, do not do this because you're going to lose the friendship or the family member and you're going to lose your money. So you might as well just lose the friendship and keep your money. And that's what I told her. So you see, a little idea that I gave to Ida, she spread it to her niece. Her niece comes to that fork in the road and decides, what do I do? She remembers how much she had to put a little bit aside to save so that they can buy the home. The person is family, knowing they have a savings, didn't care that this young couple will not get the house, but they wanted it from them. So sometimes you have to learn to say no when it comes to money and be clear in what you're saving. Ask for clarity when you receive a statement. Ask for clarity. What should I do? Ask. Always ask that thing. Small, consistent financial nudges, prosperity compounds. Financial nudges compounds. You do a little and a little and a little and you keep adding on it and it will grow. Practice next time you feel a financial nudge, cancel the subscription for $5 every month. Cancel the gym membership if you haven't been in 6 months. you have to take small inspirations when they come up and tell you, hey, you have sufficient, you spent a lot of money over here. Stop it. Put your money aside, you know? And that's one of the things we have to learn to do. When you have little breakthroughs with your money, hold it. When you get an inspiration to, hey, check your bank account, check it. Don't say, well, I'll do it later. By then, it is too late. When you're doing a financial situation with somebody and an inspiration says, hold on, breathe. It's a whisper. It's not noisy, but you must listen to it. When you ignore inspirations, what happens when you ignore these small ideas? They repeat louder, sometimes annoying, if it's really going to be devastating for you. They are passed to someone else, and you live to tell the story of, oh, I had that inspiration. I have said that Willie Nelson said it best. Regret is etched on my brow, and I can do nothing about it now. So the storyteller tells you the story of the missed opportunity. I had this inspiration. I had this idea, and my friend took it. No, your friend didn't take it. You left it unattended, and it went where it was needed or where it was going to be used. They passed to someone else. And the storyteller, if you look at a storyteller of regret, telling you a story of regret, I have told you before, their body seems to get smaller, almost to a bone size. They cross their legs at their knee, and they're telling you their regretful story of an inspiration that was dropped. And if you look into their eye, you will notice they're not seeing you. They're seeing the regret. The only thing they haven't learned by telling the story over and over is what Willie Nelson said. Regret is etched on my brow, and I can do nothing about it now. So it fades and it leaves regret. So when you know that, the next time you wake up in the morning, you say, I missed an inspiration yesterday, but today I'm going to listen and write it down. Just for your sake. Just so you're not the storyteller of regret. Close your eyes when you're ready for a guided visualization. See yourself holding a match. A tiny flame flickers. You cup it gently. Shield it from the wind. You feed it with some oxygen so that it will get to be a bigger flame. That tiny flame becomes a steady light guiding your path. And then when you see that, you go, I honor the spark. When you're stuck, you have your phone. You put the flashlight on so you can see. Same thing. I honor the spark. So here are your affirmations that you can use. I honor small thoughts. Tiny sparks ignite mighty fires. We know that with all the forest fires. I listen, I act, and I grow. Small inspiration is the voice of my desire. You didn't know that, did you? You have a desire. You want something. You didn't say it to me. You didn't write it down. You didn't spread it. But your body knows. Your emotional prosperity's got this. It's stuck in the back of your brain. When I worked at the bank, they had this thing they taught us to do. And they said, your customer has something they desire at the back of their head. And your job is to bring it to the forefront so they can have it. You have to find it. That's what it's all about. Small inspiration is the voice of my desire. Action for today. Write down the next small nudge that arises today. It might be silly, but write it down. Do something, anything to honor it within 60 seconds. What small inspiration will you honor today? Answer that. And how are you feeling today? Do not ignore your small inspiration. They came for a reason. They have a purpose. Do it. Sit on it. Talk to it. Nurture it. Care for it. Feed it. Pull on it. Tug on it. Put it there and look at it. Walk around it like a bullfighter and a bull. Walk around it. And better still, just look at it and say, I got it. I got this. And this is the most important thing you can do for yourself today. So thank you, everybody, for coming. If you're looking for someone to be a speaker at any of your events that you're planning, get in touch with me. My email address is right here. And you can contact me, and I would love to give you more about making life choices to you or any of the topic on living a fulfilled life. Have a great day.